I think it will be a very hard match. Celtic played really good against Monaco, and they deserved more than 0 points. So I think it will be hard. I expect them to be solid in defense and counter. I don't know what formation they will play, but we have to just focus on ourselves and focus on our own strengths. And if we just play to our capabilities, we should be able to get a good result against them.
We know that they are a very difficult team. We know that we are a new team, but we will try to get the 6 points. We know that it's not easy, but we will try with our best.
Well, here we go. Then Manchester United up against Celtic, two of the biggest teams in the UK, of course, and going up against each other here in the eFootball.Pro season. We're nearly ready to get into the game already, Harry. Of course, our team is ready and raring to go. The action is non-stop here. But what are we expecting out of this game? Of course, Manchester United, you would say, are probably the favourites here. Do we expect them to turn Celtic over here? And do we expect them to do it pretty convincingly?
I think Eldridge, we heard from him there, the Manchester United man. I think he summed it up perfectly. I think he knows that this isn't going to be the easiest matchup in the world. He knows that Celtic on Matchday 1 before the winter break had to go up against AS Monaco, who are a very tough team. And I think Eldridge himself said that they were unlucky not to come away with the points. So he knows not to overlook this Celtic team. And I think if you were looking at Manchester United's league position coming into Matchday 2 here, I mean, second in the league, they'd be very happy with that. 4 points after their performance last match day. I think they'll be looking for the maximum 6 points, as they always are here today against Celtic.
Well, shooting from right to left will, of course, be the green and white hopes of Celtic. Manchester United in their home kit from left to right, of course. It should be an interesting game. A lot of experience on both sides of the pitch, and it's going to be interesting to see if Manchester United can do anything with this attack at the beginning. Rashford now to Pogba, to Eldridge O'Neill, into towards Cavani, and my goodness me, how easy is that from Cams? 1-0 to Manchester United. We barely had time to blink in their 1-0 to the good. Celtic need to come back very, very quickly here.
We're just done introducing the teams and the lineups, and as you said, Cams on the left-hand side of your screen there, representing Manchester United. Edison Cavani, I mean, 6 yards, he's never going to miss. And Celtic, I think, defensively will be very disappointed with how they've let that happen. Well done to Cams, though. His first goal of the season in the opening minutes here against Celtic. It's certainly going to be something he hopes to repeat going throughout the season, and hopefully for him, many more to come. But every one of Manchester United now have opened their goal-scoring account. Cams with the early goal.
Joshua now is going to find the pass through to OMB, but Paternegra can't get anything going. And oh my goodness me, Eldridge O'Neill has broken down this left-hand side with Martial. Goes back towards Ospruch, and now Cams looking for the pass inside. Eldridge 1-2 inside. Oh, it's such good football. Oh, just offside. I don't think that's the pass they want. I think he wanted that back to Cavani. It looks like really, really good football being played by Manchester United already, though. Eldridge at the heart of that. Paternegra now down this right-hand side. Back inside now to Joshua. On B making the run through the middle. He's going to be found. Edouard! And the answer back so quickly to Celtic. It's a very, very well worked goal. And I mean, after the initial opener by Manchester United and the free flowing attacking football from them, it wasn't what you expected, but one chance, one goal for Celtic, one apiece.
Yes, as you were. Wonderful play from Celtic once again. The assist coming in it's Umbi, I believe, to finish it. The man who was an eFootball Open World finalist in 2020 has graduated here to the eFootball.Pro, finds himself on this Celtic lineup, and he opens his account for the season. And, well, it's as you were. And this is what we wanted to see out of these two clubs.
Very much attacking intent coming here from Celtic. El Yunusi, he's broken through here as well, Umbi. Joshua! Oh. He's not far off. He really isn't. El Yunusi getting the slight break with Jocha there, and he goes for the lob. Oh. It's not far off in Celtic, offering a lot of threat going forward.
Shades of El Matador, wasn't it? Like we just saw from Schalke. Just missing that clinical touch at the end, that clinical bit of quality in the finish.
Cam's trying to orchestrate in the middle with Bruno Fernandes, and who better to use to do so? Oh, nearly a misplaced pass there. Cam's getting away with it, but not getting away with that. Joshua now will do very, very well to get this one back. Umbi now has Pato Negro in front of him. Joshua out wide. Joshua once again within Sham now. Let's try and get something going. That pass was just not quite on. And Manchester United will retain this ball once again. Cam's out wide with Martial. League table on your left-hand side. How it looks right now. Of course, plenty of games to be played. Cam's in the middle now. He's going to find Cavani again now. George O'Neill can't quite get it away. But Cavani seems to be the main outlet here, Harry. It seems to be who Manchester United are looking for consistently.
It's really nice build-up play, isn't it, in the final third from United. Like you say, Cavani seems to be the man that when they see him in that little pocket of space, they know there's quick combinations of passes to be played. Well dealt with defensively this time from Manchester United, but it is certainly shaping up nicely, this game.
Back and forth. It seems to be a lot of room for a lot of the players. Joshua now. Oh, the silky feet with Scott Brown. Of all people. McTominay will clear this one away. Eldred O'Neill battering this one forward. It's going to be Manchester United who end up with the ball. Marcus Rashford under control by Cams. O'Neill now with Cavani. Oh, it's a great ball. And a cross as well. Surely Manchester United put this one away. How has that one not found its way back into the back of the net? So well worked until that final pass, and now Celtic will survive and potentially counter-attack it. Opportunity here on the edge of the box. Where's it going to find its way through? Just seemed to be a lot of bodies doing the way. Pato Negro there to try and get that shot off. Lumped forward. Rashford will knock this one on and finds his way all the way back to the keeper of Celtic, and Joshua will get this one forward. El Yunusi now picking up the loose ball. So Joshua tries to get things going. The game's slowing down a little bit now. After some free-flowing attack, both teams maybe locking the door a little bit. It's a good job that Pato Negro got in the way of that one. Cavani will knock this one forward, though, and all of a sudden Cam's potentially in. The ball is far too heavy, though, as we approach the end of the first half. What a piece here between these two. And I think that's a fair reflection, Harry, of what we've seen in the first 45.
Yeah, I think it would have been very harsh on Celtic if they'd gone in behind. I mean, we've seen some nice combination play, but no real clear-cut chances since that one moments previous from Manchester United. So it'll be interesting to see here, actually, how both of these clubs approach the second half, whether or not they'll be happy with how that one played out, or whether or not they feel as if maybe some things could be improved. I know certainly last match day, I should say, when Manchester United were playing against Galatasaray, they conceded a few, in their eyes, unfortunate goals, and that seemed to frustrate and agitate them a little bit. They seem a lot more composed and relaxed this time round. Let's take a little listen to what the Manchester United boys have to say.
So there we go. A little bit of team talk at the half. A very, very even game. Manchester United, can they have the start to this half that they did in the first? That will be an immediate foul. I believe it was Umbi. Manchester United now looking probably to take this one short. The highest of possible lines from Celtic, of course, and that may actually not work out for them, as it's going to be Martial under the control of Cams now to try and get something going. Oysterbuch down the left-hand side, couldn't quite orchestrate, but O'Neill now to Cams. Oysterbuch now with Pogba. Cams again with Martial. Oh, what a good ball through. Eldridge can't quite get there, and clearance comes through from Patanegra, and El Yanusi under the control of Umbi will clear that one away. Yet he can't quite find the pass down. Yeah, not quite. Manchester United throwing.
Been impressed with what I've seen out of Manchester United so far. All three players seem in sync with each other. Unfortunate to give the ball away there, but I've seen a couple of deep runs come in from Eldridge and Cams, and they're finding them more often than not.
Shawshaw couldn't quite get through. Celtic not going to be able to quite retain that ball once again. Manchester United throw in once more. Eldridge now to Cams. To Oysterbuch, and back to Eldridge. O'Neill with Rashford. Can't quite control. Some sloppy football from both teams here. Now in the perfect position to send that one forward. Oysterbuch looking for the run of O'Neill. And again, the ball constantly out of play, and neither team able to get anything smooth going here, Harry.
Yeah, it's not pretty football, is it?
Yeah.
I think Manchester United will be the happier of the two clubs, considering they're getting the lion's share of territory and possession, so they'll be the club to try and do something with it. Oh. There's a real chance there, almost splitting the defence in half, but in the end the pass comes to nothing. It's good ideas though, isn't it, from Manchester United? You can see they're playing for each other and they're trying to set each other up at all times, which is always going to be a key to success here in eFootball.
Well, the ball's been whipped in, and De Gea will have to get there, courtesy of Eldridge O'Neill. Ball forward to Oysterbuch is direct, but it's accurate. Cam's just about getting it under control here and will start to stretch the legs of Anthony Martial. And this way all the way back to Eldridge O'Neill only momentarily, but forward once again. Martial looking for the pass inside, can't quite find it. Lumped forward towards Edouard, doesn't quite have the height, and once again Manchester United retaining the ball. Now at the Cams, can't quite find the pass, but it seems to be Manchester United with the attacking prowess here. Celtic win it back high up the pitch here. Patanegra with El Yanusi. Tricky and turny in the box, not quite enough though. Ball down the line from Cams, will find Eldridge. Back to Cams with Rashford. This is a good move so far by Manchester United. Backwards and forwards we go. That one will be run out of play, and that will be a corner to Manchester United.
Yeah, this is something we've seen Celtic do on match day one. They've been so stubborn and they frustrate you with their stout defensive work. They seem to have gotten a lot more organised in this second half.
Fred in, Mata. Unit. Marshall out. Oh my days.
Changes coming through for both teams here.
Again, though, Chris, you just heard a little bit of frustration, didn't you, there from the Manchester United boys when they were making their substitutions. Can't tell if they're frustrated at the team that they're playing or at each other for not being able to break them down. But either way, it seemed a little muted and, well, at least not as angry as they were on match day one. That's a plus, I suppose, to take from it. But certainly frustrated by this Celtic team.
Hasn't been pretty to watch, as you mentioned. The ball will be whipped in towards the front post, as we so often see. Counter-attacking opportunity here for Celtic, but well defended by Manchester United. I do believe that was Cams who got in the way of that one. This time around, Mb now does have Joshua on his left-hand side. And will surely use him, he does. Joshua now, what can he do with this ball? Absolutely nothing. McTominay and Eldridge O'Neill getting in the way of that one. Potential counter-attack here. Eldridge out wide with Rashford. Finds the pass inside towards Cavani. Ostrovic can't quite find Cams, though, with that final pass. Manchester United will just about let that one go, actually. 77 minutes gone. More changes afoot.
Yeah, it's time to go, isn't it, for both of these clubs? I'm trying to think which of the two teams would be happy with the point. I would argue that Celtic have defended well, and it would be more of a point earned for them than 2 points dropped, and the vice versa for Manchester United.
Not a great deal changed. Celtic, what can they get going with this one now? They really haven't threatened so far in the second half, but just waiting of the run there of Pata Negra was the Celtic team. Once again, no. Pata Negra on the outside, or was the dummy there intentionally? I'm not quite sure, but Joshua trying to get something going here for his team. Celtic unable to get the ball back. Eldridge will play this one forward to himself with Juan Mata. Does have a run here from the outside from Ostrovic, and now Eldridge on the edge of the box with Mata finds Ostrovic once again to strike across goal from Cavani. It's not far, and it was well built up by Manchester United. This pass back was probably unexpected. Cavani takes a touch and whacks it, but not quite good enough to get past the keeper, and Celtic just about survive.
I don't think you can blame Ostrovic for taking that chance. They've been feeding on scraps, haven't they, Manchester United, most of this second half. And, well, he's won 2 best goal winners last season, or best goal awards, I should say, did Ostrovic, and that may well have been the goal of the match day right there as well, if that had found the roof of the net.
Oh, Celtic were in there if it wasn't for some good defensive works from Ostrovic once again. Another pause coming through here in the 87th minute. A very tight affair between these two teams.
Support. Easy pass, okay? Easy pass. When we have the ball, support, guys. Yeah. Con la X, fast with X.
Yes.
Vamos.
Seems to be a lot more vocal on the Celtic side, doesn't it?
Yeah, you heard Pata Negra there say, easy pass. When we get the ball, quick with the ball. That's the message now for Celtic. You don't want to give the ball away in these very crucial final moments of the match, and they've done just that here, Chris. Counter for Manchester United.
Eldridge O'Neill is now going to find Cams out wide. Greenwood under his disposal. Oh, looking for the pass inside. Can't quite find it. It's going to be played by Umbi. And Umbi will get this one away, actually, to Joshua. He said simple passes. That was one of them. Pata Negra now. He'll play this back inside. Surely does so. Umbi looking for the pass and looking for the run. Joshua had made it, but couldn't quite squeeze it through. And that will be game number 1. There was a flurry of goals in the first 13 minutes, but since then, very little action to write home about. 1 apiece, and both teams will take 1 point away from this first game.
Yeah, it started so brightly for Manchester United when they were able to put together those really nice one-touch passing, quick movement, and quick attacks in the Celtic final third, you almost thought that this one could be 4 or 5-0 come the end of it. But credit to Celtic, they were able to compose themselves, and I think it's another disappointing result for Manchester United when they look back on this.
Yeah,
don't focus on the last.
Hay que grabarlo, ¿no?
Sí, tú grábalo. Tú y un B. Tenéis que grabarlo.
Conversations between the teammates here.
Sí, ya lo he enseñado ya.
So we're about to start into game number 2. I heard Eldridge saying there that we just always looking for that killer pass. And you kind of felt that, I suppose, but it was made scrappy, wasn't it, in the middle of the park? It was hard to get things going, but the goal at the start there, as you mentioned, 5 minutes in from Cavani.
Let's go.
It felt inevitably that the floodgates had just opened, but Celtic defended well. They played scrappy, got their goal back, which I have no doubt we will get to see in a second as well. It was just that extra little pass to Cavani there, and he is never missing from 6 yards out.
Yeah, his strength as well there to ride the challenge of the Celtic man coming across. But then, I mean, moments later, it was almost like defensively they just switched off. And in fairness, from that angle, maybe you don't expect Umby to rifle that one home. But you still have to be switched on. And we heard the United boys there, and I don't want to say they were argumentative. They were certainly passionate and animated, and they're a team that is full of passion between Cams and Eldridge. I mean, not so much Ostrovic. He sort of sits there and just says, okay, when do I score goals? But, I think it would be very easy for them to allow frustration to creep in and a bit of complacency maybe here in this second game. I mean, if that chance from Cavani there from Ostrovic around the 85th minute finds the roof of the net, you're laughing. But it was, it was certainly not the result that United would have wanted. They have to shake it off now. They can't get those points back. They go again here in game 2, and we'll see what changes they make.
Si yo, por ejemplo, la paso con un central o con uno de los mediocampistas, selecciono uno de arriba rápido para bajar, ¿sabes? Rápido.
Guys, so the pass.
The pass, yeah.
Vale.
Discussion from the Celtic players, as well as a dog in the background. I'm well aware of what that's like. Working from home, especially in this kind of setup, it's always interesting to see who has animals in the house. I've only recently had to put up with that in the past couple of months.
I remember on one of the match days after AS Monaco won, Uzmakabeel came along with a shirt with the number on the back. I can't remember for the life of me what the number was, or even what the name was on the back of the shirt, but he said it was for his dog. And he said, this is the newest member of AS Monaco. And that was one of my favourite moments, I think, of last season, because it was so random, but it was, it just painted the picture as to the life behind Uzmakabeel for AS Monaco. He no doubt will be watching this match with bated breath. Of course, coming into Matchday 2, Manchester United, they were second in the table. That's changed now with fixtures going on all around us. We still have matches to come, of course, Chris, but yeah, this one, I think Manchester United again will feel that they let that one slip. And, well, if they get another 3 points out of this second game, I think it won't matter too much to them. They might be able to forget about game 1, but Celtic, they were stubborn. They were very stubborn indeed. And in game 2, they'll be hoping to get the first goal and maybe control the game from there.
They will draw a foul a minute in the final third of the pitch. So maybe another quick goal here. I wonder. Patanegra making the run towards the front. It will eventually find its way to Jolcha. Back to Patanegra. Ball whipped in towards Rogic. Jolcha was there to control, but Manchester United will get their first couple of passes on the ball in this second game of match day number 2 here at the eFootball.Pro season. Into 2021 we go. After a long winter break, Manchester United now on the attack. This will be their throw. 4 minutes gone. I wonder if they can get another goal within the first 5 minutes here. Andrew O'Neill. Ball driven in by Pogba, but easily dealt with. And I tell you what, Celtic got men over here. Can this one be taken quickly? Umbi getting this one forward. The run's not quite there. Patanegra now. They're just inviting trouble. You felt as if Celtic had a potential opportunity to counter-attack that.
Yeah, not willing to take too many risks as Celtic. I'll come back to that point in a minute, though, as they're coming forward.
Josh out on the edge of the box. Driven in, but Maguire choosing to play with that. Eldridge. Maybe playing with fire a little bit, but Celtic retain the ball once again.
Yeah, they'd like to play very safe to Celtic. It's something I've noticed here, Chris. And we see a long ball here. That knockdown won't be too successful, but here's a chance.
Josh whipping this one in. Edouard was there and Umbi couldn't quite get a hold of it. Patanegra now. And Bailly will defend this one well. Cams will defend that one very well. Eldridge O'Neill now has the run of Cams out wide. Rashford not able to quite get on the ball here. It's been a scrappy start once again, but Celtic probably with the better of it, but that's going to be given away. This one's going to be put into the box, but Duffy will clear that one. Jota getting his defensive duties done. Very stretched initially here in the first 17 minutes or so, Harry. Cavani. It's now Rashford under the control of Eldridge O'Neill. Ultrabridge inside the box. Can't get through. That's just very stubborn from Celtic once again. They get a hold of the ball. Simple passes is what they said in the first game. Can they find any of those? Not quite. The defensive work by O'Neill once again. Ultrabridge now. Moves this one forward to Eldridge O'Neill, to Cams. Can he break through? Can he squeeze through? Not quite. Inumbi will get the ball for Celtic after a frantic few minutes of play.
Cams there, I think, hoping Cavani maybe might just bundle the ball through to get a chance around the 6-yard box. But yeah, this is a very end-to-end game.
Ultrabridge now into Cams. To Eldridge, can't quite get anything going there. Montenegro now will break this one away. A lot of Manchester United players having to sprint back, but they have the numbers they need. Is Eduardo on side and is Georgia on side? Yes, he is. Opportunity here. I have now Celtic. He couldn't quite pull the trigger at Montenegro. The first touch not necessarily as well thought out as he would have liked, but the ball driven in was strong. Now Cams back to Eldridge in the middle. Good ball through. Cams, what can he find? Oh, it's going to surely be a goal, and it's eventually put through. Oistrakh will find it, and it will be Pogba to put Manchester United up 1-0 in this game. But can they hold on this time round?
Yeah, a bit of relief there for the Manchester club. It is not Bayern Munchen, don't worry, don't adjust your sets. It is Manchester United who score the goal. It's Oistrakh, as you say. I mean, in and around again, that lethal area where it's almost more difficult to miss, isn't it? The vision to play the pass, I believe it's from Cams inside to the young Polishman, Oistrakh, representing Manchester United, of course. Opening the scoring here, that's his second of the season, I believe. He'll be hoping to end the season on many more than that, but we'll be hoping to end this game on many more than that as well, Chris.
Absolutely. It's a second goal. 32 minutes gone. Can Celtic answer back? That's a good tackle by Eldridge, though, and Rashford will be able to stretch his legs here down the right-hand side. Ball back inside. Cams now. Oh, it's a good clip ball through. Oistrakh just doesn't quite have the legs to get on the end of it. That'll be cleared away by Georgia. That was a big opportunity. Maybe something here for Celtic to hold on to. Not quite good defensive work by Manchester United. Looking a lot better from them here.
Some nice ideas from Cams. He's almost playing a quarterbacking position, if you will. Point guard, whatever you want to call it. He's orchestrating the play here for Manchester United in the middle of the pitch. He's sending players on runs, and here comes Oistrakh.
Oh. It was an opportunity, and we can hear the frustration from the Manchester United fans. Throw in to be taken. Expecting this to go to Cams here. McTominay. We'll get the ball back from Bruno Fernandes, looking for the pass in. Oh. It's always that killer ball that Eldred said they were maybe looking for a little bit too much, but maybe a counter-attacking opportunity for Celtic here. Playing that one a little bit loosely, and it will be lumped forward. Celtic will get the ball back and have another opportunity at it, but that was maybe a gilt-edged one to try and get an attack going, and pass is just not there. It's been sloppy from Celtic in this first half of game number 2.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Cams is playing very well. Not only in an attacking sense, but also defensively to prevent any of the Celtic attacks to happen. That one's a bit optimistic, though, I think, as we will enter the half. I'm trying to think what I would change for both teams. I would put myself in either club's shoes. I'm not really sure in terms of personnel, tactics-wise, what I really would change. Because, I mean, Celtic, they're getting, I say chances. I mean, they haven't had a shot so far in the first half of here in game number 2. But they're getting the ball on the counter, and it's not like they're not getting the bodies forward. It's just a little lackluster when they do get the ball.
45 minutes remaining between these two in game number 2. A 1-1 draw in the first. It hasn't been a high-scoring affair. Can Celtic get something going here? They're the ones that need to find a goal. You'd imagine after a few minutes, if we don't get any changes, we will expect tactical changes. Patanegro here, though. Oh, this is good football. Umbi tries to drive it across, but Bailly and Oysterbuch will be in the right position. And Cams will now get this one away from Manchester United as Eldridge O'Neill with Bruno Fernandes. Can't get anything going, loses the ball. Celtic play this one forward. Oh, once again, it's just misplaced passes. It's not quite accurate enough from the Celtic side. Nelly once again misplacing it, but Patanegro looking for the ball that Georgia can't quite find it. Cams now with the pass inside. Finds his way to Eldridge. Oysterbuch looking for the pass in. That will be a free kick to Manchester United. Booking for Scott Brown. Not shocked. Oof. Looks as if he's actually went for goal there, has Cams, and that's quite wayward.
Yeah, it's one of those, I think, Chris, where you're expecting the keeper maybe to shift across to his near side, but it doesn't matter. It was very high over the goal, and it didn't really trouble anything.
We'll pass out to Umbi there, but just not able to do anything with it. Cams now will play this one forward. Oysterbuch looking for the run of Cams once again. Patanegro will pick this one up. We're about to head into the 60th minute or so of this game. Is that another foul? Looks that way. Celtic get this one forward. And they need to. Not too long left to go. 30 minutes of in-game time. Oh, just lumped forward. That one will run out of play. Has to be said, it's been uninspiring so far, the second half.
Yeah, it's not one to write home about, certainly, but you can see some of the tired legs on the Celtic side. They're going to replace those with some fresher legs. Let's listen to the Manchester United boys.
Put maybe Gallo in the middle. He's faster. H7, H5. Yeah, that's Gallo. And we have one more sub. What do we wait a bit? Most likely it has to be Pogba.
Yeah.
Allez, let's go.
Encouragement coming in here from Cams. Greenwood will lump this one forward. I tell you what, it's a good run by Eldridge. The keeper's going to come screaming out and just about get there if you're Joshua. Lumped forward as well. Not going to find its way through. Celtic just don't seem to have many ideas going forward. Oysterbuch Looks for the run of Eldridge. Squared it back. Eldridge got the ball with Bruno Fernandes in the box, trying to work his way through. So many men from Celtic are back. This one will be cleared away. Patanegra inside to Georgia. Back out to Patanegra. This is good football by Celtic. Look at the run here from Georgia. Does he have minute support? The ball just maybe overhand. Just a touch for him to be able to get that in quickly. Elyounoussi can't find the ball there. Can Patanegra was the right idea, but it just seems to be slightly looser, slightly too far from Celtic nearly every time. And Cams has made this run through with a Gallo. Eldridge is there, as is Oysterbuch. Bruno Fernandes now looking towards the back post. What a ball that is! Oh my God! It's nearly turned into his own net from the Celtic man. Oysterbuch unfazed. It was nearly a fantastic goal, but Eldridge will whip in this corner. Oh, it's nearly played its way through. Look at this result in a Celtic counter-attack here. No. No, it can't. Celtic have been pretty uninspiring going forward, I feel. Oh, well, there you go. The pass through now for Oysterbuch. Surely, can this one be put away?
Oh, Cams.
Oh, you had to put your house on him scoring.
Oh, you don't get many more
Oh,
opportunities as good as this. Fair play, he had a defender covering the far post, I guess you want to say, but it doesn't matter. He went for the near post. He just didn't get it on target. Make the keeper work there. Make him parry it. Make him force a corner. And look at Eldridge right now. He knows that at 2-0 there, 75th minute, where Celtic have not challenged you barely at all here in the second half. In the entire game, they haven't had a shot on target, a shot period yet. Then that game at 2-0 is put to bed, but Eldridge knows this one is not over until it's over. He knows how gritty and how determined this Scottish club can be to snatch a result where otherwise they maybe should not, but there's still time.
oh, that's a good ball slip through. Surely Oysterbuch can do the business here. Looking for the pass inside. Oh, you would have liked to just see him go on his own. Celtic can't clear the ball. My goodness me, Eldridge to finish it off the post. Surely it finally comes from Manchester United as the offside. Oh.
Ahí, Pata, aunque se ponga un metro delante, hay que pegar cebollazo porque...
Pero si estoy solo...
hay jaleo, si pero hay jaleo.
No, estoy solo.
The
Mira,
inquiry
mira,
starts. Who's to blame here?
Is it a goal? It is a goal. I thought it might have been offside by the Manchester United players, but there you go, 2-0.
Doesn't matter how you get it. I believe, I didn't see in all the frantic confusion, but I believe it's Oysterbuch once again fed by Cams. In fact, it is Oysterbuch getting the rebound from the Eldridge shot. And look at the relief from Eldridge. The wipe of the brow from Cams. It says it all. These types of games are so dangerous where you know at 1-0 at any point the other team can come across and just snatch victory away from you. That one surely now, Chris, puts this one to bed.
Oh, you would think so with the way that Celtic have been attacking. That this one should be done. Cams will calmly deal with this one, and Oysterbuch out to Eldridge now. Feels as if a third might be coming. Oh, Eldridge forward now to Cams. Out to Eldridge once again. That second touch might be a little bit too much, but where's it going to fall? Not quite in the right place. Eldridge just to control this one. 85th minute now. Back to the here they go, and Oysterbuch will take his time with this one. It has to be said, you know, Manchester United very much good for the money on this performance. And will be played back, and Celtic maybe do have a small glimmer of hope here. But just I can't even remember a Celtic attack. I can't remember one.
Yeah, it's been lackluster. It really has. I mean, not a single shot formulated by Celtic so far here in this second game. They've just seemed to have petered out after scoring in the first game. the 1-1 draw. They'll take a point away from this engagement, but ultimately Manchester United looks like they'll be taking home 4 points here between these two clubs. But you're right, it's been thoroughly uninspiring by Celtic, and I think Manchester United mostly relieved as opposed to proud of this result. I think they move from this one and they try and learn from it as we just sort of peter out the final moments of this game.
If you're Celtic, you're now maybe going for goal of the week. Try and get something from this one, but time is ticked down far too quickly, and after poor performance from Celtic, Manchester United will pick up the pieces and pick up the points. 3 in the second, 1 in the first. They get the bigger spoil of the shares, if you like, and they will take this victory. Not a single shot from the Celtic squad in the second game, and I think uninspiring might be kind.
Yes, yeah, certainly. I think we saw the frailties of